Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Cat Chat with Matt Logie and Tricia Binford, presented by Montana's Rib and Chop House. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
Hello, and welcome live to Montana's Rib and Chop House for Cat Chat. All right, another awesome crowd here today as we settle in to talk about this week of Bobcat basketball. Another, again, great atmosphere here. Checking in first and foremost. Everybody in the house can hear us all right? Everybody hears us okay? Sounding good? All right, that's what we like to hear. Okay, we've got a couple of player guests today as we dive into Bobcat basketball. Our two player guests today on the men's side will be Chris Hodges. Chris Hodges will join us today, yeah. And then Brianne Bailey will join us today as well. So excited to talk to both of them. Of course, we'll have women's head coach Tricia Binford up to chat with us. But now to my right is head men's coach Matt Logie. Coach, how we doing? How we feeling today?
Doing well. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday. How you holding up? We have made it to February. The sun is setting a little later. It's getting up a little bit earlier, and we are officially into the second half of Big Sky's play.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it's gone by. It feels like the last 6 weeks have really just gone by in a flash.
Yep, those long days, short weeks are really starting to get going. But all in all, sitting at 7-3 in Big Sky play, tied for second place right now with that other team from over the hill, which obviously we know we've got a looming matchup in 2 weeks, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. Portland State did win yesterday, so they're sitting at 9-1 at the top of the Big Sky standings right now. So that's where we're at this moment as we get ready for the men to be home this week, and the women will be on the road. Idaho and Eastern Washington are this week's matchups. So, Coach, excited, of course, as always, to get home. How about this? Both the men's and women's basketball teams right now are leading the Big Sky in attendance. How nice is that to see?
No surprise here. Our Bobcat fans have been awesome all year long.
Yeah, and so cool for it to be both men's and women's doing that. And these two teams right now are a combined 11-0 at home in Big Sky play. So kudos to them for rewarding all of the fans that have been coming out, which is always cool to see. All right, Coach, well, let's go ahead and kind of just dive into this week that was. This was always a difficult road trip going out to Sacramento State and Portland State, two very close games, 2 losses, but very tight games. And I'm still always blown away with just the physicality and the consistency that you have to bring night in and night out in this week. Both those games were really fun to watch.
Yeah, two really good teams that, at home, especially. I think Sacramento State's now 9-1 at home on the year, but just environments that you get excited to play in as an athlete, and when you go on the road, you gotta bring your defense, and I thought outside of the first half at Sac State, we had 3 pretty good halves after that, and but tough challenges on the road, and some lessons that I think will help us moving forward.
Yeah, one of the things that stands out to me when we go on the road for these types of games too is, I feel like I can really see that these are, these opposing teams' Super Bowls. When Montana State comes to town, they want to win that game. They run a lot of promotions. We see these great crowds. I see even after tight home wins for the opponent, just the elation after that. Do you feel that as a coach and a group of players?
I think it's what we've seen from the moment I've been at Montana State and some of the other places I've coached too. So I don't know that it registers that much for me.
It's just normal for you.
But it definitely does bring out the best when you've got a perennial contender coming in, and that's why our guys come to a place like Montana State, is to compete for championships and wear that with honor.
Yeah, in both of these games, these were the highest attended games of the year for both of the opponents. Sac State would actually eclipse our game in their next game on Saturday, which was a win against Montana. But talking about this game against Sacramento State, we saw Jed Miller once again throw up 25 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He had 6 threes in this ball game, and it really felt like for Jed in this game, and really that 3-game stretch, the hoop was just, it was a mile wide for him these last couple of games.
Yeah, no, he played terrific on Thursday. It's a shame you've got someone that has a career night like that and you can't get out of there with a win. But what he's done in taking on more of the scoring load as the injuries have piled up in the backcourt, in addition to keeping us organized, and the leadership that he's always provided, his defensive abilities. He just keeps growing and filling in the gaps for whatever this team needs. It's been really, really cool to watch.
Well, and he played 37 minutes against Sacramento State. He played the full 40 against Portland State, which was really a marathon on both sides, because Portland State rides their starters for a lot of minutes as well. And, with him being really the A1 consistent number, the number 1 option right now, how are you seeing teams maybe adjust to that? How are they kind of adjusting and changing the way they're game planning against Jed Miller? He's kind of on the top of a lot of these scouting reports right now.
Yeah, and I think, when you lose Davian Brown, it allows teams to put a little bit more attention on Jed, and to cycle defenders, keep bodies fresh on him, things of that nature. We've got to continue to find different ways to free him up and get him advantages in ways that will be efficient for his energy, and allow him to continue to finish games strong as well.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine it's super easy to be able to play and log these types of minutes, especially as we get into this February fight. But that's kind of the situation that we're in, and we're certainly seeing it play out for him. For Pat McMahon, this weekend as a whole, didn't put up a huge stat line against Sac State, but did have 7 rebounds, including 4 offensive rebounds. It seemed like in that Sac State game, even if he wasn't necessarily getting his shots, he did get himself to the free throw line a little bit, and it seemed like his intensity on the glass was something that stood out in that game.
Yeah, we've been trying to encourage him to get on the glass a little bit more, find some easy baskets, and I thought he was able to carry that over and play a little bit better on Saturday.
Right, and really overall this weekend on the glass, you had 14 offensive rebounds against Sacramento State. You were plus 9 in that regard. And then I felt like that Portland State game was a little bit weird in some of that rebounding. There was a couple of those rebounds that Portland State got back that was just those long caroms off some of those threes. How do you coach off that? Is that something that's kind of feels like it's just a bad bounce, or is that something you can kind of game plan for?
No, there's a lot of data out there from a rebounding standpoint, where shots are taken from and where they will end up, statistically speaking. And long shots equal long rebounds, so you have to block out a little bit differently there. We talk about rebounding real estate and taking up the space between the perimeter offensive players, so that everything that lands in front of you, if you take up that space, is now your ball. Whereas a lot of teams on those long shots and long rebounds, the shot goes up, everyone turns their eyes and they run to the rim or towards the ball, and then it caroms long, and now it's a 50-50 ball behind them. So there's definitely some devil in the details there that we try to be privy to.
Yeah. Well, we got more to talk about. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be back with Coach Logie. We'll dive a little more into this Portland State game, and we're getting ready for Idaho coming into town on Thursday night at the Brick. All right, we're taking a break. We're live from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land-grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
Visiting West Yellowstone during the winter is a rare treat. The snow-covered landscape, frozen waterfalls, and frosted trees create a surreal winterscape. You'll enjoy our renowned hospitality, authentic Montana cuisine, and unmatched recreational opportunities. We encourage our guests to recreate responsibly and plan ahead to ensure a memorable trip. Plan your experience at DestinationYellowstone.com or YellowstoneDestination.com.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our value and that we are here to stay. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. We strive to be there for our members through all of life's journeys, from having a baby to starting a business to even in later ages when looking for Medicare options. We're there at every moment to support our members in sickness and in health. We're there no matter what. It's beautiful.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning two-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country. Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Ribbon Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Ribbon Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. We're talking some Bobcat basketball. We remind you that Universal Athletics is a proud partner of Montana State Athletics and Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside head men's basketball coach Matt Logie, and we're talking about this past week. We're getting into this Portland State game. It was a 63-54 defeat, but another really tight game. 4 lead changes, 11 ties in this ball game, and really it kind of felt like this game came down to just a couple-minute stretch there in the second half, Coach.
Yeah, I thought our guys really defended well. I mean, to hold a team at 23 points in the first half and have the game where it was, we really had a great opportunity to win on the road. Offensively, I thought we left a lot to be desired in our execution. I think that was probably the greatest lesson from the game for us. And during the course of a 31-game season, this pendulum of emphasis that swings, and there's so many different things to cover, and inevitably at some point in time, the pendulum swings back, and some light will shine on an area that you hadn't been emphasizing quite as much for, probably for good reason, but each game, each opponent has a different story, and so I think we learned some things about how to attack them the next time around, and really just came down to a bad 3 minutes for us from the 7-minute mark to the 4-minute mark of the second half, and then they made 3 highly challenged kind of shot clock prayer threes, and we lost by 9. So it just it didn't pan out, but our guys' effort was tremendous. So live and learn.
Yeah, you're speaking to those some of those let's call them low percentage threes. Keon Kenzie for them played all 40 minutes, and the one I have in my mind is that end of shot clock left wing to our right and just kind of falling away and went through the rafters and then came down. But those are the things that kind of happen. And then the other part for Jed Miller, 3 of 14, 2 of 10, just a little bit of an off shooting night for him after he'd been just so absolutely scalding hot. Did feel like these were just some of those good looks that just didn't fall for him at times.
Yeah, there was some of that. The math, again, that pendulum swings, and if you're shooting 65% from 3 over a 5-6 game period, usually it'll come back to the mean a little bit, and so there's some element of that, and then we just didn't execute well enough to get uncontested shots. There's still good shots you can take that are contested, but if we can find ways to get great shots, uncontested shots, then you feel pretty good about whatever happens with the percentages shooting wise.
Yeah, is it one of those things? Sometimes I think about it in this regard, like from a coaching perspective, where you kind of coach everything up, and you can really only coach until that ball leaves the shooter's hands, because at that point it's kind of just up to the basketball gods, right?
Well, yes and no. I mean, you have to have recruited and developed players, shooting habits and all that, because that's where the math comes from, but. As coaches, you're exactly right. We're trying to create great shots, and once that happens, we can't cry over spilled milk if we're getting great shots and it's not a good shooting night, because again, you have to have confidence in your work, confidence in your prep, and for every game that you get great shots at the rate that we have this year and shoot under your percentage, it just means you got bullets in the chamber for the next time around, and we've seen that. Throughout this season with this group, or coming into non-conference play, we were right in the middle of the pack, 3-point shooting wise. Now we're at the top of the league. We have the most efficient offense in the conference. So we feel like the blueprint is there. Guys know what we're trying to accomplish, and so we learned some things about how to attack Portland State next time we see them.
Yeah, you mentioned the offensive efficiency. I know it's something you talk about a lot. A lot of coaches do, but how do you evaluate that? I mean, how do you look at an offense from your guys' perspective and say, okay, that was an efficient performance?
The efficiency is based off of how many points per possession you're generating, and so I think right now we're at about 1.17 points per possession, which is pretty elite nationally throughout the course of my time, and so you can do that in a lot of different ways. A lot of people confuse high scoring with great offense, but the number of possessions matters. If the game's going like this, up and down, and there's turnovers and offensive rebounds, and you can put up a lot of points but not be as efficient. And so we've always really tried to stay in that efficiency space, and the tempo will be created based on our personnel and how we can create turnovers. But I think the efficiency is something that's been tried and true.
All right, well, let's look ahead for Montana State. The men are home. Idaho is coming through town on Thursday night. We've got a 7 o'clock tip-off for that. This will be a rematch after what was a hard-fought game over there earlier this year. Had the lead about halftime. They hit some shots in that second half to kind of come back. And right now, Idaho is sitting at about 500 in the league as we look ahead. Presented by Vance Thompson Vision. So getting ready for the second matchup against the Vandals. What are you looking for?
Yeah, Idaho's a very dangerous team, very streaky offensively. We got the short end of that stick on the road trip at their end after they missed a bunch of shots on Thursday against Montana. A lot of those same shots went in against us, and again, that pendulum of math can happen sometimes. But I think they're a team that really lives and dies by the three-point line, and so we've got to do a really good job defending the perimeter. They've got 3 guards that can really put the ball in the basket, and when those guys score at a high rate, they tend to win, and they're averaging 13 3-pointers a game in their wins and 8 3-pointers a game in their losses. So that's the tail of the tape going into Thursday.
All right, well, we're getting into that portion of the season where we make that second trip through this round robin, and Idaho is first up on Thursday at 7 o'clock with the women on the road for their 7 o'clock matchup in Moscow. All right, Coach, this has been great. We're going to talk to Chris Hodges next, but thank you for the time and the insight today.
Sounds great. See you on Thursday in the Brick.
All right, we're going to take a break. Chris Hodges joins us after this. This is Cat Chat presented by Learfield.
Hey, Bobcat fans. Want to make a real difference in the lives of Montana State student-athletes? The Bobcat Collective is your chance to do just that. By joining as a member or becoming a business partner, you're directly supporting our athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them succeed both on and off the field. Whether you're an individual looking to become a member or a business ready to partner with us, every contribution empowers our Bobcats to reach their full potential. Visit BobcatCollective.com to learn more and sign up today. Together, we can elevate our athletes and the entire Bobcat community. Go Cats, go!
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 9 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
Ambient Air Solutions wants to take a moment to show our gratitude and to say thank you. Thank you to our frontline workers. Thank you to our doctors, nurses, and EMTs. Thank you to all the volunteers. And thank you to the Gallatin County community. Ambient Air Solutions is so grateful for your support for over 12 years. We are so blessed to live in such a beautiful place. Ambient Air Solutions is here for all your heating and cooling needs. Call us at 406-577-1818 to schedule your service today. Ambient Air Solutions, simplifying heating and cooling.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Shop House for Cat Chat. We're talking some Bobcat men's basketball right now. In a minute, we'll talk some women's hoops. But I'm Keaton Gillogly right now, and I have the pleasure of introducing Chris Hodges to the show. Chris, how we doing? How we feeling today, man?
Doing good. How's everybody doing?
Oh, yeah, everybody's big and smiling and enjoying the night and enjoying the nice weather. But, Chris, man, how we feeling? We're into the second half of Big Sky play, sitting and tied for second place. Just in general, how you feeling right now, man?
I think we're in a good spot, feeling good, excited to get these games going this next couple of weeks. So, doing well.
How's it all kind of living up to your expectations after transferring over from Wisconsin?
It's living up to my expectations, and honestly, it's going beyond that. Just being here, being in Bozeman, seeing the atmosphere, the fan base has been amazing.
Yeah, well, and you know something about fan bases coming out of the Big Ten for sure. So that's some high praise. And, of course, as we mentioned, both men's and women's right now leading the Big Sky in attendance. How you settling into the Bozeman, Montana life? Obviously, you're locked into class and basketball right now, but did you get out and do anything that was Bozeman or Montana related maybe when it was a little warmer out?
Yeah, I would say so. We floated the river.
Yep.
And hiked a couple mountains. One of my teammates was a big outdoorsman, so he dragged me along, and I had a great time, though.
Nice. Do you remember the name of it, or were you just breathing heavy and making sure you didn't get off trail?
Yeah, I was focused on, the rocks and, this getting there. So.
Yeah. We don't want any rolled ankles on rocks. you could do that later, but not now. For you, as you were trying to find your landing spot after 4 years at Wisconsin, what were some of the things you were looking for? What did you prioritize when you were looking for your final landing spot?
I would say the culture, and the culture of this program has been phenomenal. I know we have a lot of new guys, but, the leaders that came back really set the tone and really fell in love with the atmosphere of, this playing in the Big Sky and being a part of this program really meant a lot for me.
Yeah. How do you evaluate culture like that? I do feel like for a lot of people, when you're going out through this recruiting process, people are going to tell you what you want to hear. How do you evaluate that culture to make sure what they're saying is true and it's going to actually ring true when it really gets going?
I look, into it with the players. We had a couple dinners, and I was able to meet Pat and Jed as the two senior returners. I believed everything they said because they were really genuine about it, and I could tell they really loved the program, and the coaches looked out for each other, and everybody. This was more of a family atmosphere that I was looking for.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like Jed, he's done such a great job leading this team, but sometimes I feel like he's, like a camp counselor. He's really just organizing everything. Is that what it looks like?
Nah, he's a camp counselor, but he's a cool one.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love that. The other guy we haven't talked about a ton, and we have not had on this show yet, but is Coach Zach Payne. Former player for Coach Logie, now coaching. He works with you guys as bigs. I'm sure fans see him jumping up and down. He's one of the most intense guys on the bench. But what's it like working with Coach Payne on a day in and day out basis?
I think it's exciting every day because he really pushes me to get better, and especially with the bigs group, he's commanding that. So he's it's great insight on the game, and also brings the energy every time. So if you're lacking energy, it's easy to feed off that.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, and it is so much fun to watch. And I feel like he's a total basketball junkie too. Like anytime I'm walking around him, like he knows every score from every game across the country every night.
Yeah, he's really into the stats and the scores, so he keeps me updated.
Yeah, that's good. What are some of the things you guys are working on right now? Where are you continuing to try to expand your game at the moment?
I would say in the Big Sky it's really physical. We had 2 physical games. So, again, this meeting that physicality every day and then being consistent, even if it's the mundane things, we're really just, in those spaces, we're really competing to get better.
Yeah, there is certainly greatness in consistency when you can bring it day in and day out. All right, well, let's go back a little bit to your time. We're both from the Chicago area, so he's from Schaumburg. I'm from the city, so always nice to have a Midwest flavor. We don't get many of those out here.
Flatlands, right?
Yeah, the flat plains lands where you can drive for 5 hours and feel like you didn't go anywhere. Yeah, but for you, going to Wisconsin, going out from Schaumburg to Wisconsin, what do you remember about all of that process? I mean, what a special moment that must have been to be able to go to the Big Ten, not too far away from home too.
Yeah, it was pretty nice, not too far from home, so the family can come visit and watch the games. And it was nearby, and again, that coaching staff was really good to me, and that's what I was looking for in my recruiting process when I was going through the transfer portal, and I found that here as well. So I think that really led me being here because I was looking for all the right stuff.
Yeah, you kind of seen what it was supposed to look like and just looking for that opportunity to get out and kind of show your skills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Also, in high school, it feels like you had some big-time games, too. I mean, were you coming out of a place where you had some atmospheres and some big-time games, too?
Yeah, big rivalry games, probably not as big as this one here, obviously. But we had crosstown rival Conant, so we played them a lot. And a lot of big games. We had the regionals, and I got to play with my brother, so it was always a big game for me. Playing alongside him.
That's awesome. What kind of player is your brother?
He's a point guard, so we had a big point guard combination going on.
Yeah, I like that. Older, younger?
He's older.
Okay. Cool. What's he doing now? Did he go on to play some college ball, or is he's living a civilian life?
He's living a civilian life, but he's still getting active with jiu-jitsu, and he's in the National Guard now, so he's doing his thing.
Okay, I like it. That's cool stuff. So, and how much is he living vicariously through you when he's watching your games and following your stuff?
It's really eye-opening and seeing how much he supports me in that and tuning in. They have all the platforms now, so you got all the subscriptions trying to check in with the game. So it's really meaningful seeing him do that.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Always fun to have that family support. I also heard you talk on one of the random interviews I found about some food that your dad used to make. It's something I hadn't quite heard of. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, cinnamon pancakes.
Cinnamon pancakes?
So after a win, we would get like a big pan. You fill all of it with pancake, and that was how we celebrated the win, cinnamon pancakes. Haven't had one of those in a while, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I've never had cinnamon pancakes, but that's a pretty cool thing. Is it something you know how to make, or like you have to FaceTime your folks or something? Or
no, I know how to make it, but obviously he makes it better. So whenever he's able to make it, it's a special night.
Yeah, all right, I like that cinnamon pancakes. Maybe we get that on the menu of Rib and Chop too. I think that goes with steak, right?
Yeah, that's a great combination of both.
Yeah, no
right?
doubt. The Hodges cinnamon pancakes, I like that. All right, well, this has been great, man. We're excited to see how this thing continues to grow for you. Obviously at Wisconsin too. Kind of interesting that you played both of the Montana schools last year too. What do you remember about when Montana State came out there last year to open up the season in Madison?
I think they had a good game against us. It was a really competitive game. Really liked the players on the team too, so it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got a chance to play. You got into the game against Montana as well in the NCAA tournament. So you actually came here already 1-0 against Montana, which is a good thing to have as you got here. But what do you remember about that?
Again, we're just keeping the rivalry started, right?
Right.
Getting the win against them was pretty big, and now getting the win this year is big. But it's March Madness, so you dream of that as a kid, and so everything just feels surreal.
Yeah, what is it? Give me a little more of that. I mean, there's a couple of kids, Jed Miller, Pat McMahon, they've been to some NCAA tournaments. Obviously, women's basketball's been there now the last couple of years. But, what's it like for some of the guys that are striving to get there for the first time? What is so special about that big dance?
I think, you don't have to talk yourself up for those games. You're already excited. Again, something you dreamed of. And, just living in that moment and, those moments come once in a lifetime. So you're just, rally around your guys and, ready to fight.
Yeah, what are some of those game atmospheres like as well? I mean, just big stadiums, people coming in from out of town, and all that. What are some of those atmospheres like?
I would say it's amazing. You hear the music going on, and you have, obviously the March Madness merchandise and gear, and you're just like, oh, you're really here. You got to pinch yourself a little bit, and you get to play in front of many fans, and you have people tuning in all across the country. So it's a big blessing to play in.
Yeah, I also feel like when I get the chance to watch it too, both as a broadcaster and as a fan, just the intensity ups even higher. And obviously the Big Sky is so intense, but man, what is it like sitting courtside, getting into some of those games, and seeing that postseason intensity in that Tournament of Champions?
Well, every game matters in the postseason because it could be your last, so everybody's locked in and dialed in and excited for that. So obviously the pressure goes up. But also the excitement goes up as well.
All right, well, the pressure and excitement certainly is going to continue to rise this year. We got a lot left this season coming up, and certainly some great moments in store. Chris, really appreciate the time and the insight today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, Chris Hodges, we're taking a break. When we come back, we're going to talk some Montana State women's basketball. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Here's to home. Here's to Northwest Crossing, where kids can be kids, and adults can also be kids, and new neighbors feel like old friends. Welcome to Bozeman, Montana's newest master planned community. Life here comes with nearby, top-rated Bozeman schools, on-site eateries and retail, office space, parks, trails, and so much more, including new homes from the 500s to 800s, exclusively built by Williams Homes. Learn more at nwxbzn.com. nwxbzn.com.
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle, and a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
Who's ready to experience Montana's high alpine like never before? This winter, Big Sky Resort unveils Kirkcliff, a stunning two-story glass observatory at the summit of Lone Peak, surrounded by unobstructed views spanning 3 states, 2 national parks, and countless mountain ranges. The most thrilling part of the experience, standing at 11,166 feet on a transparent glass floor. Plan your visit to Big Sky and experience Kirkcliff, redefining what it means to experience Montana's high country.
The brand is one of the most recognized in healthcare. The fact that we've been in Montana for over 80 years shows our strength. I'm Lisa Kelly, president of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana. I'm proud that we have the local presence, and yet we're also very fortunate to leverage the size of our larger organization, including innovative products and services at the larger national level, and be able to bring that to Montana for all of our members in the future.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Montana, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Looking for the perfect place to fuel up before the game or celebrate a Bobcat win? Come on down to Rib and Chop House. We have locations in Bozeman, Billings, Butte, Great Falls, and Livingston, where premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs meet unmatched hospitality. Join us on Tuesday nights at 6:30 in Bozeman for great food and fanfare with the Cat Chat Coaches Show. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching with friends, do it with flavor. Rib and Chop House, proud partner of Montana State. Go Cats!
Debilitating joint pain can keep you from doing the things you love most. At Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, we take a holistic approach to your orthopedic surgery, combining state-of-the-art orthopedic capabilities with whole health optimization. We'll work with you to identify and address any medical issues prior to your surgery. Our optimized health approach ensures your surgery is just the beginning of a new, pain-free life. Explore more at bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
We are back at Montana's Rib and Chop House. And before we talk to Brianne Bailey on Cat Chat, we remind you that for 39 years, Executive Services has been the printing and mailing experts to the Gallatin Valley and a local family-owned business supporting Bobcat athletics. Printing and mailing done right. Find them online at printmailrelax.com. That's printmailrelax.com. All right, again, before we talk to Brianne Bailey, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Cat Chat. We are back live at Montana's Rib and Chop House for Cat Chat. We are talking now about some Montana State women's basketball, sitting in first place at 9-1 in the Big Sky. How about that? Yes, that's a great way to start February. Great spot to be sitting in going into February. And we get a chance now to talk to another freshman. We've been on a freshman run the last couple of weeks. Brianne Bailey. Brianne, how we doing? How we feeling?
Good. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking some time and hanging out with us. But, yeah, getting into that first college season. How's it going so far?
It's been really fun. It's intense, but it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, what is some of the intensity? Is it the stuff on the floor during a game? Is it class? Is it practice? What's so intense about it?
I would say all of it, adjusting to the schedule, but practice has been a little more intense than high school, which has been honestly a lot of fun. I've learned and grown a lot, and so that's been fun.
Yeah, what part of practice is like the most intense? Is it just some of the individual drills? Is it the competition between your teammates? I mean, what really gets it going?
I would say, especially defensive drills, just making sure you're bringing your own intensity so we can get better each rep.
Yeah, I mean you're a freshman, so you're kind of still learning everything. But how do you learn how to bring some of that intensity when maybe you're feeling a little down that day? Because not everybody feels awesome every day they wake up. So how you learning to bring that intensity on days where maybe you're not feeling like you're 100% yet?
That's a great question. I would say you just got to do it anyways.
Yeah, I like that.
You just got to – I feel like pouring into your teammates is a great lesson that I've learned, is because you're not always going to have your best days, but pouring into your teammates and hyping them up, that's a great way to get some energy going for yourself.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it, and a great thing you can do even when it's not about basketball. But let's go ahead and kind of dive into your story. So you're not from too far away, is that right?
Nope.
Okay,
yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
St. Anthony, Idaho.
All right, what's St. Anthony, Idaho like, and kind of where's it at?
It's really small. Not as small as where Tegan's from, Seiko, but it's pretty small. It's by Rexburg, Idaho.
Yeah. So kind of toward like Idaho Falls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what, west side of the Tetons?
Yeah, just about 2.5, 3 hours from here.
Okay, so not too far. Your family get a chance to come up and see some games then?
They have. They've been to almost every home game.
All right, I like that. Helping with some of that Big Sky leading attendance. So do you come from a basketball family then?
I do, yes. My mom played what's now BYUI, but she played at Rick's College. And then my mom was my coach basically all of my life.
Was he?
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, it kind of sounds like it was a lot, or it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I feel like we were always on the same page, and we just made the best of it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, that's always a special thing when you get to do that. And then during your high school career too, it wasn't like your high school program was awesome when you first got there, right?
No. I was trying to think about that the other day, actually. I think we won 8 games my freshman year, and then we worked our way up to my senior year where we won 21 games.
Wow, that's pretty impressive stuff. How did you guys do that? I mean, what are some of the things when you get into a program like that? How do you build a program up from something that doesn't have a big tradition of winning to making some postseason runs and putting up some big wins?
I feel like a lot of it comes down to culture.
Yeah.
I feel like we really improved our attendance and improved just the environment of our team. We put a lot of time into skill development, but also just building each other up. So that helped a lot, I think.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, just raising the standard and getting it going.
Exactly.
For you, I mean, you had a pretty big standard because you weren't just excelling at basketball, right? What were some of the other sports you were playing?
I did volleyball my freshman and senior year, and then I also did softball the first 2 years of high school, and then track my second 2 years of high school.
So you were kind of like a little this, a little that. How were you deciding? I mean, it was just the schedule? I mean, you were just exploring? I mean, how were you deciding which years you were going to play what?
I feel like it's always kind of been softball and volleyball, but then I just didn't love it as much, and so I was like, I'll just go try track, and so that was really fun to do track.
Well, yeah, you just try track, and then you went out and you won this, broke the state record and had a couple of state records in the 300-meter hurdle and the triple jump. So it's not like you just kind of walked in and it was nothing. I mean, yeah, it's some state championships. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
How do you feel some of that kind of cross-training play itself out in basketball for you too?
I think so. I think probably more the other way around, basketball playing into track. But, I didn't do track just those 2 years. Were the only 2 years I ever did track. But
hey, it turned out pretty good.
It did.
Well, you got quite a collection of track stars on your team, Coach. And, of course, you guys play quite a track style of basketball as well. As you were trying to figure out where you wanted to go to school, what were you trying to figure out? How much was that style of play a part of your decision matrix?
I would say it's a pretty big part, and I loved the style of Montana State women's basketball, just fast-paced and intense defense, and that is such a fun way to play basketball.
Yeah. So we all understand that Taylor is the most conditioned on the team, right? We all got that written down in stone. We know that for sure. So who's the second most conditioned on the team? Who's the person who's the last to maybe put their hands on their knees when you're doing the long running drills?
Probably Jameson.
Okay.
Jameson has an endless motor too. She's super quick.
Well, that's pretty impressive, especially for a freshman. And what a freshman class you have. We've had a chance to meet so many of them up here on the show. What's it like coming into a program and just having not only such a big freshman class, but also such a big freshman class that's playing a lot?
It's been really fun. I feel like we're all growing. We have good respect for each other, and so we're just out there to do our best and, compete and get better every day.
Yeah, it's a cliche because it's true. I mean, that's what you got to do. Where are you getting better? What are some of the things you're kind of working on? I mean, we saw a couple of double-digit point performances this week, which was fun to watch play and play out in these 2 wins. But, what are some of the things you're working on right now?
Decision-making is a good one, and just being able to slow myself down enough to see what's happening.
Yeah.
I feel like the pace is a little quicker, and so it's easy to get sped up into that. So really just slowing your mind down and making right decisions.
Yeah. Are there any tricks for that, or are you still just kind of trying to learn how to do that? I mean, is it just watching film and just getting the reps, or I don't know, anything you can do on the floor, or any tricks for that?
I think watching film really helps, but Coach Devin is always reminding me to breathe. So that's actually been really helpful.
Yeah, it's amazing how forgetful you can be to just breathe when you're in some of these big moments. What about when it's, a big crowd, too? I mean, how much is that kind of playing a factor? Do you feel that kind of speeds you up sometimes too, or does that just put some wind in your sails?
I would say, yeah, more the latter. Put some wind in my sails. It's been really fun to have a big crowd and just community cheering you on.
Yeah. Did you get many big crowds? I mean, you weren't from a huge town in high school, so is this kind of the first time you're playing some of the biggest crowds of your career?
I would say more so, but there's a couple rivalry games where we, especially my junior and senior year, as we were able to compete, they really filled the gym, so that was fun.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. Well, we're excited to see how this thing continues to move and go for you. We got Idaho coming up, so getting back on the road. Excited for these two big games this weekend?
I am. I'm really excited. Just ready to get on the floor and play again.
We love to hear that. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and excited for what you guys have in store. Brianne Bailey, thank you for the time and the insight today.
Thank you.
All right, that's Brianne Bailey. We're taking a break. When we come back, Coach Binford joins us. This is Cat Chat presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Belt, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Belt.
Ready to upgrade your space? Choose the local experts at Futura Cabinetry Inc. With over 50 years of experience, no job is too small. From cabinets and counters to closets and full installations, we deliver exceptional craftsmanship at the best pricing in town. Come meet your neighbors at Bozeman's best cabinet shop, Futura Cabinetry Inc. Quality, value, and experience you can trust.
From our 1946 roots providing lumber for Yellowstone National Park to our current headquarters in Bozeman, we at Simpkins Lumber believe in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. Contractors large and small benefit from our decades of experience and our extensive network of suppliers. We can source the materials you need no matter the project. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met with quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Lumber, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946.
Hey, Bobcat fans. Want to make a real difference in the lives of Montana State student-athletes? The Bobcat Collective is your chance to do just that. By joining as a member or becoming a business partner, you're directly supporting our athletes through NIL opportunities, helping them succeed both on and off the field. Whether you're an individual looking to become a member or a business ready to partner with us, every contribution empowers our Bobcats to reach their full potential. Visit BobcatCollective.com to learn more and sign up today. Together, we can elevate our athletes and the entire Bobcat community. Go Cats, go!
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
We are back live one final time on Cat Chat from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. I'm Keaton Gillogly, joined now by head women's basketball coach Tricia Binford. And, Coach, we got to get into some weekly awards. There have been quite a number out this week. First, I got to go actually to track and field. How about one of our field athletes, Sydney Brewster out of Sandy, Oregon. She, this week, for the third time, has set the Montana State record for indoor shot put distance. 3 times already. So very excited about that for Sydney Brewster, and kind of feels like we're starting to feel some more effects of that indoor facility, which, of course, is named after a great track coach as well. So very cool there. But on the hardwood, Coach Haley Chirick, not only Player of the Week in the conference for the 5th time this year, but National Player of the Week as well. Boy, what a performance and what an honor for Chirick this week.
And she's on the mid-major watch list, too. So
They're coming rapid fire right now.
I mean, just the stats alone of the 2 games combined with 47 points, I don't even want to.
I got it.
60. You've
43
got it.
points,
Okay.
19 rebounds, 7 assists, 16 steals in the 2 games.
Yeah, it's in under 27 minutes on her triple-double night.
Yeah.
So how do you manage that? I mean, Keaton, I'm like, okay, so this kid's on a historic stat line right now, and we're up 30. So what do you do with that? So I kept looking at her saying, you need 2. And,
right.
We want to make sure we're keeping her healthy. We're getting kids minutes, and she's just got tremendous instincts. And like you talked about, her motor never stops, and so that allows her to continue being attack-minded and aggressive. And she's really, really having a phenomenal year.
Yeah, it's really been so much fun to watch, and she's just such a heat-seeking missile, finding the ball
sure
where it is.
Yeah.
We talked a little last week about the transition defense. The defense in the backcourt has been so good, but that half-court defense you wanted to continue to improve and strive for. Felt like we saw some of that this week. How'd you feel like you guys played in just some of your half-court defensive sets?
Well, we did. I'm like, we kind of showed them where we were in the stat line. We were first in blocks and steals in the Big Sky, and we were last in field goal percentage D and three-point percentage D, and those home run plays were kind of coming back to get us on that road trip. We gave up a lot of points both games, so really went back to our identity of our defense of trying to keep teams under 14 points in a quarter, and really honed on the half-court situation, especially coming in with a very dynamic guard play backcourt, and knowing that it was going to be a pretty big assignment to keep that group out of the paint. So kids took it to heart. They really responded. We really simplified what we were doing in our presses, and I felt like it really paid off on the defensive end.
Yeah, you kind of touched on it a little bit there, but I think it is an interesting kind of art of coaching aspect a little bit where you've got this team right now in Montana State that's playing extremely well. You guys are winning pretty lopsided games for the most part, outside of one to this point. But how do you kind of coach off that? Because it's got to be easy maybe for especially young players to rest on their laurels, rest on a lopsided victory. So as a coach, how do you make sure your team is still hearing you, even if you got to win, but knowing you've got spots that you want to continue to coach?
Well, it's obviously it's self-focused, right? This is about us continuing to get better as a unit, regardless of our opponent ahead of us. And we've got 4 rings on our wall for a reason. We've got something that we're striving for to stretch ourselves, and we want to prepare ourselves for the best teams, not just the next night in front of you. And we know that this team is very young. We still have young moments, but we also know that this team's very hungry, and they put in a lot of work, and the upside of this group's very exciting. And so I think when they came back from that week, knowing what was in front of them with our atmosphere behind them, the kids were locked in, and it's a good place to be this time of year because February is typically that month that really separates teams. You gotta love being in the gym right now. It's feeling like a grind for a lot of places, but right now our energy's been fantastic.
Yeah, I saw a quote in one of Parker Cotton's articles recently. It was attributed to Sonny Smallwood, but somebody else was relaying it, where you want to go to a place where you're going to like those people in January and February because it's going to get hard.
Yeah.
I feel like that rings pretty true.
It's the first thing I look for in my coaching staff are coaches that our kids are going to love to see in January and February because, you're doing your vitamin work, your warm-up stuff, your skill stuff for the thousandth or more than that time, and you got to still try to challenge yourself to get better. And our coaches make it super fun. They bring the energy every day. One of the greatest energy coaches is here tonight with us with Devin Perez, who's also Brianne's position coach. And those things matter. It matters that our kids continue to get better right now. It matters for your bench. It matters for your starters. There's a reason why our bench is getting so much better right now. They're coming in, they're getting more confidence, and it's because of our coaching staff, I think, and our players, the extra work that they're doing behind the scenes to have them ready to go for the games. And our kids know that stuff's going to pay off, and they're coming in and giving us great minutes.
Well, it's fun to watch the way Brianne Bailey is continuing to improve as well. You can certainly see just her ability to get to different places on the floor as that decision-making comes, because it is hard for a true freshman to learn an entire college system. I mean, what goes into that, and how difficult is it for a freshman point guard to really figure all of that out?
Yeah, well, and the one thing that people probably aren't even aware for Bree is she actually missed almost the entire summer.
Okay.
Coming off of injury, working her way back into practices when we started in October, she's starting to show she's getting her conditioning base back. She's starting to get her explosiveness back, and I think people are starting to see now what we know is in store for Bree. I'm like, her basketball is still ahead of her. This is a kid that could be coming in off the bench and giving us double digits every single night, and she did it this last week. So we see her progression continuing to be explosive for us. She's super powerful. She's super strong. I think she's starting to pick up some of those defensive things. I could do these things and be kind of physical, and I'm going to find myself in great positioning. She's finding her different ways where she can put points on the board but also be a playmaker for others because she really can attack the paint, hunt the paint. But she's also a guard that can post up and rebound and bring a different element. So I love how her and Jamison complement each other, how they support each other, how it's kind of a tag team that you think Jamison's stepping off the court and you can take a breather, but then we have Bree coming in for you. So there's no break for the offense with their ball handlers, with our pressure in the backcourt, but there's no break for them on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, it is pretty relentless right now, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I do want to get back into just a couple of the statistics, specifically for Taylor Chiric with these steal numbers. So at the beginning of the week, going into Monday, she was third in the nation in overall steals and second in the nation in steals per game. And I think the crazy part is somebody else in the country has more steals than per game.
That is crazy. Who is this person? Where are they?
It is Hannah Hidalgo at Notre Dame.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. She's pretty good, too.
Yes, she is very, very good. But she's got 5.5 steals per game. And for Chiric right now, she's at a little over 4.3 steals per game. But just one of 3 players in the country, also Kennedy Cambridge at Ohio State, 3 players in the country that over 90 steals right now in women's basketball, which is so impressive. And, man, these numbers just continue to rise for her right now.
Well, and the other thing about Taylor, too, here's what kind of sometimes you see a really good player their freshman year.
Right.
And then they struggle their sophomore year because now they're on a scouting report, now they're a starter. So Taylor was the spark coming off the bench, got to surprise some people a little bit where she would just snatch it out of somebody's hands and now that's the first thing that they're showing probably in every film session preparing for us, and she's probably the first person that they're talking about. So there's no surprises, and yet she's still doing it and doing it at even higher level. So I think those are kind of the things that really make for the great ones of can you be excellent and be at this level when you're circled on a scouting report and you're the first target on the other team. I'm like, she's definitely the one that teams are trying to deny her getting touches now, but it's hard to deny her when she's crashing or she's sneaking around or she's getting a steal on the defensive end. So a lot of steals last year for her were on inbounds plays.
Yeah.
And this year she's really evolved her defensive ability on things off ball. Some things that were shown on film in the half court. She was so good and things in the backcourt, and those are a testament to her growth and her being a student of the game as well. And it's fun to watch all these kids and their growth. And once again, Devin is Taylor's position coach, and each kid that goes through our program, when you see them come in as a freshman, go into sophomore year, stats improve, percentages improve, impacts improve. That's a testament to a culture that is developing kids, and I'm just so proud of our staff, but really, really proud of Taylor, and she's so much fun to watch. I know our fans love her. She just impacts the game in so many ways.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to see, and as we see her continue to improve, there is still something else to shoot for beyond the triple doubles. She's got 2 this year, but there are the quadruple doubles, which has happened before. Do you remember? It was only a couple years ago. It has happened in women's basketball back in 2019. It was Shaquilla Hill out of Grambling State. She actually had 2 quadruple doubles in back-to-back years, and it has happened 5 times in women's basketball history.
This will happen under Taylor's watch. I mean, if we're close to a quadruple double, I'll give her the extra minute. It will take her an extra minute probably. But she did it with steals.
Right.
She can do it with her assist or playmaking. So I would not put that past her. So I'm gonna use that for some motivation for her this week.
That's good. That's how you coach off wins.
That's right. Yeah. Like Taylor, you haven't done this yet.
Right. And so for people maybe who are kind of wondering about that, so the triple double is double figure numbers in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, something along those lines. So to do it in 4 categories is impressive.
Yeah, it's not the burgers, right? The in and out and double doubles and
yeah. Although you could use that as a
we
a motivational
sometimes
tool
do,
too.
for sure. I think maybe we could call it the triple double ribbon chop.
Oh yeah,
like
okay.
That.
Yes,
Once we
I
get
like
Taylor on the show,
yeah.
we're making this happen. We're talking
I like
it
that.
out loud. Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
so you can get your triple double burger here at Ribbon Shop, and then for dessert you can get the cinnamon pancakes.
I think that sounds like a pretty amazing meal.
All right, good. I like that. We can really get that all planned out. And then once she gets the quadruple double, then we can have the quadruple double burger.
Yeah, she probably would start with the cinnamon pancakes, just so everybody knows. I'm like, the kid's sweet tooth. I'm like, you think she eats well?
No.
I call her Elf. I think the kid is she has sugar and she can run for days. It's probably one of the reasons.
Eats like Will Ferrell as Buddy and Elf, just drinking syrup.
I mean, she would like the cinnamon pancakes, guaranteed.
All right, well, hey, we've got a big-time matchup coming up on Thursday, first place versus second place. Idaho is 8-1 right now going into that matchup on Thursday as we look ahead, presented by Vance Thompson Vision. What are we looking for in this matchup against the Vandals?
Well, I mean, they have their record, and they've had majority of their first half on the road. We've had the first half of majority of ours at home, so it's going to be a great challenge and test for this team that's very young to prove ourselves away from the brick, where we've had a great atmosphere. We've had huge crowds in front of us, and I know Idaho's going to be prepared. They play very well on their home floor. We both play very fast-paced games, and they're probably going to be, like Matt was talking about, people circle our games on the calendar, so I'm sure there's some promotions and marketing going on for this Thursday contest. So it's going to be a big one. Obviously, it's important for any head-to-head tiebreaker status that may come. We're halfway through the season, so every game matters right now.
Well, it's going to be awesome, Coach. Appreciate the time and the insight today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, that's head coach Tricia Binford. Thank you to Coach Logie for his time today, as well as Brianne Bailey and Chris Hodges. Kelly Freeman has been our producer back in the studios. This is Keaton Gillogly saying so long from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This has been Cat Chat presented by Learfield.